This is Barry Ramsey. Leave a message and I'll call you back.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Mr. Ramsey, my name is EON. You've been receiving a lot of calls as of late. Some of those calls have not been respectable, and I apologize to you for that. Those calls are being made as a result of a video that I put on YouTube. You see, I'm one of those people who put things on the internet that individuals get information from, but I'm not just anyone. I'm the guy who does the research. You guys are shining people off, telling them that the Code 1901.508 of Code of Federal Regulations only refers to investors. We're not talking about investors. We're talking about the principle where all government loans are secured by government guarantees. That being the case, according to now this is going to sound technical, but you can confer this with your attorneys and get confirmation. According to the Emergency Banking Relief Act and the Federal Emergency Relief Act of 1933, one March 9, 1933, the other May 12, 1933, all homes in America and all property in America is owned by the United States government. The ownership of all property is in the government, vested in the states. That being the case, all homes are secured and guaranteed. Mr. Gene Elkins, who preceded you, who retired a couple of years ago, as a result of my calling in and verifying things, has confirmed that these homes are guaranteed, these homes are insured, these homes are backed by mortgage insurance. What we're trying to do is find out, why are you guys allowing the banks to foreclose on government property? And why are you allowing them to foreclose on these properties when they have insurance to protect them, when there is also a government guarantee? I will need you to call me back at your earliest convenience because I need these questions answered. My number is area code 631-533-6683. Thank you, and you have a good day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is me calling Barry Ramsey. That is me not catching an attitude with the man. That is me making sure that you all know that if you're going to call as a result of me putting a video up, that you cannot cop attitudes with these people. They have a job to do. But the moment you start calling them with attitude is the moment we stop having access, because then they'll have their meetings. And in those meetings, what they will do is they will come up with a catch-all phrase for all of you. Remember, we're not calling about 1901.508. 1901.508 of Code of Federal Regulations Title 7 is only showing you one portion of how mortgages are taken care of. And by the way, since all homes are owned by the United States government, that means that they are all through the United States Department of Agriculture through their Federal Housing Administration. And the Federal Housing Administration Secretary is the only one who can approve the foreclosure of property owned by the government or his designee. He has not designated that the Federal Reserve Bank be that designee. They need to get approval before they can foreclose. I am putting this information up, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot handle all the calls. Oh, by the way, you see that number I just gave? You guys don't get the opportunity of calling me at that number. Okay? You try it, you're going to go to voicemail anyway. But you're also going to get an attitude, and then I'm going to block you. Okay? So let's get that out there real quick. No, you cannot call me. No, I will not answer your questions. No, I will not handle anything of your business because I don't have the time. I'm literally going out of my mind right now trying to figure out how I'm going to handle all the things I need to do just today. Then I got a whole weekend of paperwork. I am not working on any new things. I'm not answering any questions. You got a question, ask Google. Do your own research. I am not here as your puppet. No, you can't pay me. Okay, it doesn't work like that. There is something else I wanted to show you guys. Uh-oh, I don't have it up. I need you to hold on 1 second, people. We should be ending this video pretty quickly here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of Stephanie Mills and Teddy Pendergrass. Feel the fire! okay? This is what I need all of you to understand. The use of eligible obligations instead of surety bonds. The young lady sent this to me. I told her this would be of use to many of you, those of you who do research. Let's go down. Down! I was trying to go over so I can get the code for you. Okay, you can find it at this address. An official receiving eligible obligations under Section A of this section may deposit it with the Treasury, the Federal Reserve, or a designation agent by the Secretary. This is for discharging your debt. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say something here, and many of you are going to not understand it, but some of you are going to get it, and you're going to have to do your research. But did you not know that your new money orders, our style money orders, your coupons, your promissory notes are government obligations? Now, technically, if you understood that, you need to figure out how they can become eligible obligations, such as your mortgage. Your mortgage is automatically an eligible obligation. Why? Because it's guaranteed by the United States government. It's backed by the United States government guarantee. Okay? That's what the government did in the 80s, so that the banks could get their money because they said they weren't able to get their money. Okay, now, it says the secretary, bank, or depository shall issue a receipt to describe the obligation being deposited. If you're going to send your mortgage to the United States Department of Agriculture, you're doing it as a deposit. You need to let them know that you're doing it as a deposit, ladies and gentlemen. You send your note to the Bureau of Public Debt, let them know it's a deposit and give them the code, ladies and gentlemen. Tell them what you're doing, why you're doing it. This is what they've been asking you for, but you guys are not following procedure. Now, I need you to hold on, because you know qualification supplement statutes, blah, 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 were repealed. Okay, this is what the individual sent me. I haven't read any of this. Using an eligible obligation. What's an eligible obligation? Do your research. Let's do it. Feel me. Eligible obligation means any security designated by acceptable in lieu of surety bond by the Secretary of the Treasury. I guarantee you the mortgage is an acceptable security, but you guys got to do your research. Okay? Oh, and it says it will take the place of a personal check or surety bond, a certified check, a bank draft, a post office money order, or cash. Now, you notice how it says post office money order? Nuh-uh. The post office is not the only one who makes money orders. Do you understand? They are not the king of money orders. Now, let's go here. And if you know how to become a postmaster general, you can create your own post office money order. Anyway, but you got to do your research. Don't go out there and just create something called a postal money order. Ooh, Lord, you're getting in some trouble. When security is no longer required, an eligible obligation given instead of a surety bond shall be returned to the person given the obligation if a person supplying labor or material to a contractor defaulting under these sections of Title 40 files with the U.S. government an application and affidavit provided for under Section 321, Title 40 of the Government Code. Ladies and gentlemen, they're telling you the procedures you need to follow. Do your research. Tell them, Teddy. Stephanie, help Teddy explain it. All right, qualifications. Now, it tells you that these were repealed in 1982 with provisions of the formal blah, blah, blah concerning the prohibition against surety bonds for the United States government personnel. Now appears in this section. Provisions of the former 1202 concerning adjustment of accounts for loss to the United States now appear in this section. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you, and this young lady did me a favor, she did you a favor. Okay? What she did is she showed you how to discharge a government obligation. This is where you're going to start. This is where I got the above Section 1903. Okay? Mindserpent.com, American history, reference, blah, blah, blah. America's jurisprudence. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, pause the video, go to each one of these little sections. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to put this in the video description. All of this right here, these links, I want to give you all of my love. I want to give you all of my, every little bit of my love. I'm going to put this in a video description, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, this is my song. Feel the fire? Don't y'all feel it? You better believe it. Baby, I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good day. I'm going to put this in a video description. Goodbye.